Okay, hello. Hello. What has happening in the markets? How is it going to proceed? All right. This is Nasdaq, micro Nasdaq, the weekly chart. Since April, we have been in a constant rally. There is nothing else to say that we are still making higher lows and higher highs. Last week, we broke the all-time high of 24,065-ish, and we ended up previous week high about 21,163-ish. I'm not gonna go exact. You can check that yourself. Well, my thesis have been a lot that we were gonna do a little bigger correction before we saw all-time highs again. Last week, I think the AI was too strong, and then we had this Oracle push. It wanna basically double their Jesus, I'm so tired from this weekend. I have been doing so much physical work with the body, moving stuff from my passed away father. Anyway, yeah, Oracle wanna double their, I lost the word for it, their business model of doing like cloud centers. And they're gonna use NVIDIA's computing and chips for that. And OpenAI is gonna invest in those new systems that Oracle puts up. So a lot of it at least. So it's been a strong sentiment. NVIDIA is a strong actor within the Nasdaq, and it has been it still looks, I think NVIDIA is gonna keep on pushing. That's the thing. And it's probably gonna drag along all the rest with it. So my view is now I can't be bearish since we just broke the all-time highs. I have to see a more conviction sell side before any new analyze take place. So with that, we need to go deeper into the play. Previous 2 weeks low is at this level here. Then previous week here, we need to go deeper. The last real dip was at this low and this low, like double bottom here. And taking the high to the low with the Fibonacci inverted, you get an extension level. This is the weekly though, so it takes weeks to get to their levels. But I put up a weekly wave first Fibonacci extension level up here, taking the high to the low of the weekly. So that's at least a target to the upside. That is around 24,718-ish. It could be 700-ish. We could say 24,700-ish. It's something we could look for. Now, I have no idea if we're going to get there. It's just a level on the top. Since we don't have any historical data at these highs, we have to go with what we can do. I'm gonna go down to the dailies. So last week, date begin with the 8th of September. It's here. This is the first day of last week. We made a higher high from previous week. We did not make a new higher high, all-time high. Then we came to the next day. We did a higher low, higher high. We did break previous week's high on Tuesday. Then we have a higher low and a higher high again. We break the last day. Then the day ended like red. This was Wednesday. My brain can't really come up with what news we had. Wednesday, was that CPI day? That was CPI day, right? The CPI was kind of, it was a little bit hot, a little hot, but it was almost in line, right? But then we had this, jobless claims. Initial jobless claims was a lot higher. It was like a spike. So the market reacted with ending the day in red. But then we came into Thursday. And that was that probably when Oracle announced, and then we had this big push. So we ended up, but we did not take out the all-time highs. And then on Friday, my sentiment was we're gonna break all-time highs. Coming this close to all-time high the previous day, I said we are gonna break it. So I was looking to go long. So I made small trades, ended up with decent small profit, and we came up to my second Fibonacci extensions, and we need to go a little closer look. Before we do that, let's move daily EMAs to the level 91.50-ish, and we have this 82-ish. There you go. All right, now we can go to the 4-hour. So yeah, here we are. So this push here, this is the consolidation we had from the 10th of September up all the way to the 11th here. Then we had some long consolidation here. So dragging the high to the low, we created this Fibonacci extensions. One here, I made a zone, and the second up here. So we broke all-time highs, this white bar here. We came up to this zone a little higher, then we came down. We kind of hold this Fibonacci extension here at 1618 Fibonacci extensions here at 24,090-ish. And we pushed higher all the way up to the second wave extension. So that is quite the move. I see I still have this line 4 broke, but we haven't seen a body taking this green line out. So it's actually a very good indication still to keep. We have not had a single body closed below this green line back into 3rd September. Interesting. So if we see a body breaking this green, we will probably see some consolidation below it for some time. So it's a good reference to have. But before that happens, I'm gonna look for longs. So if we come down here to this green, that would be also for our EMA 9. You look at that's holding pretty good. We had some dips into it. We passed it, came down to the EMA 25. Hold it, came down to EMA 25. EMA 25 is a really in an uptrend. If you get a price level at the EMA 29, you could very much see a bounce from that price, unless we go into a longer consolidation and have a body closing very close to it or below EMA 25. Then I would be cautious to going in long. Okay, Asia high. We don't have a new Asia high. This is the previous week Asia high. We will keep this. So the initial balance on Friday was here. This is the 4-hour candle where US opened. So the next candle, I below, next candle was holding above and we never looked back. So we are looking for higher prices as of now. We could look for, let's see, the open interest. The open interest on Friday. Well, 9. So we have a volume of 491,658. That's a lot higher than previous day. Then we have an open interest of 316,563. And with that, wow, Jesus Christ, we have a lot of new buying power in the Nasdaq. So the 11th of September, we had 8,475 of new incoming buying power. And on Friday, we had 14,043 volume and open interest. So that's almost twice that. So a lot of new buying power is coming into the market. So it's on the positive side as well. So it's not negative. So it's not selling. So I will expect us to continue moving. So we need to look for opportunities to go long. And up here, it's hard. To be more safe, we kind of need the price down here at this green 9 EMA, see if that holds. It looks it looks like this down move here on the hour. It's holding the 9 EMA here at this extension level. We might be primed to go up from here. Yep. Well, I'm not trading Asia, so I will have to wait and see when I wake up how the market has reacted, and then take a new analyze to see if and where I can enter. Looking at the RSI, the 1 hour looks to maybe want to go down here, but it could also go up here and keep dragging along the overbought here. Yeah. But I'm bullish, looking for longs. If we break this green to the downside and a body below it, we don't even have a body below it on the hourly. We check the daily, we check the 4 hour. There's no body even on the hourly below this green. So that is a good mark to go long from this green. Indeed. And if you break it and the body firms, yeah, then we can look for lower opportunities to go long. Or even if we see a bounce, then we can maybe try and go short. Yeah, I can't have a trade idea other than we need a pullback to somewhere along 24,060-ish. Maybe at this level here, it's a good buy. Let's do a little this. If this resistance become a new support, we could see a wick here at the EMA 25 to go long. About 2440 to 2460s, right? Somewhere there. I would say a good opportunity to go stop, and the stop loss would be, if you buy here, that would be previous 2-day high, stop loss. Yeah, below here, the pivot. So you have a 50-point stop loss. But then what you want to gonna look for is a very big and long push to the upside, probably holding for the full day. So a move like this, you need to hold a full day. So you have to calculate with a 50-point stop loss what you can afford with risk. And then you look for prices to come higher. Breaking this high, you will at least have a 2-to-1 ratio return to go back to the highs, to this zone. That's a valid trade, just doing this. And then you can leave a runner for potential higher. All right. Let's leave this for now. And we go and check gold. Gold, gold, gold. Gold has been running so hot. Let's see. I'm gonna adjust these EMAs. Weekly. Where's the weekly? Oh, it's down here. What? Crazy. That's the weekly. So I made this on Friday or something. No, this is the weekly. So last week I made this V shape, like a retrace back. I would probably say we will come back to this area of support here rather. Oh, we actually have a high here. Maybe it's not bad. Maybe it's not bad at all. See a price coming down here. And that's also the weekly EMA. Since we broke out of this long channel, look at that. Look at the weekly candles. What an insane rally. We can see last week was a third of the body of previous 2 weeks. So we are getting a little bit exhaustion up here for sure. Let's go into the dailies. Yeah, we'll see what happens here on the daily. What's happening? What's gonna happen here? If this ends upwards tomorrow, I will look for this. It's gonna keep pushing, perhaps up to into the 3,800 ish. Let's see a Fibonacci if I do this. First extension, possibly around here. And the second goes around here. So we have some reference levels. To the upside. To the downside, I think this might be a good target. And this will be a several day. If we come down here, it's going to be a several day retrace. So that's going to take Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, Wednesday is when Fed rate is going to announce the rate cut. How big it will be. Interesting. Or if we go up, we could be up here. It depends how much it will run though. It's hard to predict on the highs here. It's gonna be a interesting Wednesday for sure when the Fed decide the rate cut. Then we have more job releases. So we have to watch for that. There is no way I'm gonna short here, and there's it's hard. I mean, let's trim this dailies 45 for then we have the EMA 25, a lot higher since I last did this. 56.4. Here you go. Now we have those lines. So let's say this goes down here until it's going to go down pretty sharply until Fed decides. this EMA 25 will come up Monday. Oh, this is Monday, really. It's Tuesday, Wednesday. It's gonna be, the 25 is gonna be around here at my blue zone. Maybe it will be a bounce like this. We came down to like this, maybe. Came down to the EMA 25, we break it, but then we rally up from it, bounce, and then we go into higher highs. Could also be like this. We come down to it, the next day it's going to be a break, but then we get the rally to make higher highs again. And then we go up to 3,800. Like this. We come down here, something like this. And if you see the rally of gold recently, it's incredibly strong, moving upwards. So it could be like this. This move could reflect kind of this down move. This is the up move. So 17 of September is the rate cut. Oh, it's here. 17, 18. It's around at the bottom here. That would be interesting to see if gold goes down this week before the Fed meeting. I will be on Wednesday it doesn't matter, really. I don't think it matters. I kind of want to see us come up a little bit more before we do a bigger retracement. So I think if we don't push up the beginning of this week, if we do that, I will, when the Fed rate announce, if we are here at the 380s, I will be looking for a possibility to go short. How long that short will be, I don't know. But if we go down at the beginning of this week and we come into Wednesday, I want to be very interested in looking for a big bounce to the upside. And then the full days and week after the Fed decision, I want to see a push to the upside into this red zone. 3,800 to begin with. And then I will be cautious for any kind of longer push up here into the 3,900s or even 4,000. We could end up here at any of these before a bigger retracement, in my opinion. It needs a pause. So that's my take. Going long from here, that's with a stop below here. I wouldn't really do it. I mean, if we push Asia really high, we go in new all-time highs. Then if we come down, I would like to take a long. Say we do all-time highs up here, and then we're looking to go down on Tuesday. Maybe a higher high to go long with a stop loss of about $20-ish, and then look for this first zone. I mean, it's a 2.7 rate of return. If we can get that for one day, I don't know. But I would rather like to take, it would be a perfect swing trade, actually, if you come down here. It's going to be a crazy trade. I don't know. We need to kind of see a reaction down here. But it could be a really nice swing trade. Not a day trade, a swing trade to hold for a week. So day trade, if we come down here, we need to try and find opportunities to go in long. And depending how we open this night during Asia, tomorrow morning when I wake up, I will see how price has react, and then I will react upon that. Wait for a retrace. If we don't get the retrace, if we get a retrace, we could probably look for the opportunity to short during the days ahead of Fed rate cut. That is my analysis for the coming week, and looking forward to see what it will bring. Okay. I hope at least you got something out of it. My view, my take on it. I can't really take a trade right now. I need to see. It's Monday, you know. You need to see how is Asia gonna react upon last week's rally in the Nasdaq and gold. We have been consolidating here for the last 3 days. The late week are gonna push rally higher here or going lower. Going higher, I will be looking for going long somewhere. If we see prices go down, I will be looking to go short into the 350s, 3,580s ish price. Coming down to this EMA 25, look for opportunity to perhaps reverse again to go all-time highs. Okay. That's going to be my weekly analyze, daily analyze, and we'll see how the coming week will take us. Have a continued great week, and I see you in the next trading session. Bye for now. Bye bye.